Justification, regeneration, adoption, and assurance. These four words describe the process of becoming a part of the family of God. This happens when we put our faith in Jesus Christ, and the Wesleyan Church believes that four things happen when we begin our walk with Christ. First, we experience forgiveness, which the church calls justification. Second, we begin traveling down a new path, which the church calls regeneration. Third, we become a part of the family of God, which the church calls adoption. And fourth, we have a certainty that we have been saved, which the church calls assurance. All of these have their beginning in the moment we put our trust in Jesus Christ. Let's look at these four now. First, there is God's gift of forgiveness. When we put our faith in Jesus Christ, God forgives our sin. The word the church uses for this offer of forgiveness is justification. This is a legal term. God declares, "You are forgiven." It's like the defendant who hears "not guilty" at the end of the trial, with one potential difference. When we experience the forgiveness of God, we realize we really are guilty. It is only because of the life and death of Jesus Christ that the verdict can be not guilty. So what do we need to do to experience this forgiveness? We must accept that we are guilty, that we have done harmful things to others and ourselves, and also left undone things we know that we should have done. We must feel a sorrow and a desire to change. And we need to accept that the only way we can be forgiven is to believe in the life and death of Jesus Christ as a way to be reunited with God. It is a free gift, and there is nothing we can do to earn it. Second, we begin to experience changes in our life. The church calls this regeneration. In the very moment we accept the forgiveness of God, we begin traveling down a new path. As we travel this path, we become more and more like Jesus Christ. The only way that we can do this is to cooperate with the work of the Holy Spirit. We cannot do it in our own strength. Learning to recognize the Spirit's voice takes time. He often works through internal nudges, encouraging us to do something we know is right, or warning us about something we should avoid. Often God uses others to help us grow in our recognition of the work of the Spirit. Another way to think about these changes in our life is being healed. Sometimes healing takes place immediately, and other times it takes time. The hurts a person has experienced are healed as they continue on the path and experience not only the love of God, but the love of God's people, because they're now a part of a new family. Third, we have a new family, the family of God. The church calls this adoption. One of the benefits of believing in Jesus Christ is that we have become a part of God's family, a child of God. This has both advantages and responsibilities. Because we are part of a family, we now have a support system that walks with us as we experience the love of God. This love moves us to gratitude and love both of God and the people in our lives. But like any good family, we have to agree on how we will live together. Rules guide us and hopefully create paths for us to live out and learn more about the Christian faith. All of this is possible because of the life and death of Jesus Christ and the work of the Holy Spirit in our lives. And fourth, we begin to experience assurance. One of the promises Jesus made was that He would send the Holy Spirit, who would help us and always be with us. Learning to hear the Spirit's voice takes time, but He is constantly whispering, "You are loved. You are forgiven. You are God's child." He reminds us of the ways we are becoming more and more like Jesus, how we are learning to be more loving and more joyful. As we learn to listen, we sense this more and more. This witness of the Holy Spirit is called assurance. When we believe in Jesus, we are forgiven and begin to travel down a new path. Our growth and progress normally come from being a part of a local church where we can experience life in the family of God. And as we grow, we become more and more aware of the presence of God. reminding us that we are His children.